Welcome to Daily News Podcast, your snapshot of life in Mangalore and beyond. Today, we've got a lineup of news that connects, informs, and inspires. Ready to catch up? Let's begin.
In a recent development in Udupi, Manipal police have apprehended two young individuals linked to a controversial social media post aimed at sparking communal discord. The post, which targeted a Hindu woman from Karkala and a Muslim youth, was circulated on Instagram last year on May 16, 2025, with the alleged intention of inciting religious animosity. Following a proactive inquiry prompted by a complaint, the police gathered crucial digital evidence identifying the suspects. Nitesh K., aged 20, residing in Bantwal Taluk, and Hitesh A., aged 19, from Kadaba Taluk in Dakshina Kannada district, were arrested on separate occasions. Both individuals were found possessing mobile phones, which were confiscated by the authorities. The accused have been presented before the court for further legal procedures.
In a concerning development, a young woman named Supritha has gone missing from Majikudelu in Uruvalu village of Belthangady Taluk. The 20-year-old daughter of late Shinappa was reported missing by her mother after she was nowhere to be found early Tuesday morning. Supritha, who has studied up to class 10, has a medium build, a round face, and is about 4 feet 6 inches tall. She is known to speak Kannada and Tulu. The Uppinangady police station has been notified about the disappearance, and anyone with information on Supritha's whereabouts is urged to contact Station House Officer Sutesh S. Let us all come together to help bring Supritha back home safely. In a recent development, Member of Parliament Kota Srinivas Poojary has pushed for the extension of the Vande Bharat Express to the Karnataka coast. During a meeting with Union Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw, Poojary advocated for extending the service from Bengaluru to regions like Mangaluru, Udupi, and northern Karnataka. He emphasized the importance of improving rail connectivity for daily commuters, citing the high number of vehicles traveling between Bengaluru and coastal districts. Furthermore, Poojary urged for the expedited doubling of tracks on the Konkan railway stretch between Mangaluru and Mumbai. This move, he believes, will enhance rail connectivity and pave the way for increased train services in the region.
In a recent development, KSRTC has decided to withdraw the planned hike in bus fares for the Kasaragod-Mangaluru route. This decision comes after the cancellation of the toll charges at Kumble Arikkadi on National Highway 66. The toll charges were supposed to be implemented from February 4th, but have now been called off. Consequently, KSRTC will maintain the current fares for bus services between Mangaluru and Kasaragod. The cancellation of both the toll charges and the fare hike has come as a relief to daily commuters, as they can now continue their journeys without the burden of increased travel expenses. In a recent development, a 60-year-old man named Shankara Gowda from Belthangady has been sentenced to 8 years in prison by the Additional District and Sessions Court, FTSC 1, POSO, Mangaluru, for sexually assaulting a minor girl. The incident took place in March 2025 when Shankara Gowda visited the minor girl's house and sexually harassed her in the absence of others. After a trial, Judge Mohan J.S. found the accused guilty and imposed various prison terms along with fines under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, BNS, and the POCSO Act. Additionally, a compensation of 1.5 lakh was directed to be provided to the victim girl. The case was investigated by Sho Samarth Ravindra Ganagere and argued by Special Public Prosecutor Sahanadevi Boluru.
In a groundbreaking initiative, fishermen from Ulal have launched Mangalore's first boat ambulance service to save lives at sea. Equipped with sirens, oxygen cylinders, and trained personnel, the service aims to provide immediate first aid and swiftly transport injured persons from boat accidents to the shore. This community-led effort addresses the long-standing gap in emergency services at sea, where lives are often lost due to lack of proper facilities. The boat ambulance is a beacon of hope, showcasing the power of collective action in saving lives along the coast. In a tragic incident in Mangaluru, a youth named Babith was found dead near the railway tracks in Pachchanadi, Bandal. The circumstances of his death have raised suspicions, leading the police to initiate an investigation. The authorities discovered Babbitt's belongings near the site, adding to the mystery. The body has been sent for a post-mortem examination to ascertain the cause of death. Police officials visited the scene to gather more information, Stay tuned for updates on this developing story.
In a tragic incident in Mangaluru, a pillion rider lost her life after a bus collided with a scooter at Nanthoor. The deceased, identified as Deepti, a 26-year-old resident of Balalbagh, was killed on the spot. The scooter rider suffered injuries in the accident as both vehicles were traveling from Shivbagh towards Nanthoor. The collision occurred near the Nanthoor bus stop, causing the scooter to fall under the bus. Tragically, one of the bus tires ran over the pillion rider, leading to her immediate demise. The police are investigating the incident. In a major breakthrough, Ulal police have apprehended Anwar, alias Anwar Hussain, after he had evaded authorities for nearly 2 decades. Anwar, aged 42, had been on the run since a criminal case was filed against him back in 2007. The case, filed under various sections of the Indian Penal Code, was transferred to the 3rd JMFC Court in Mangaluru. Following a long-pending case warrant issued by the court due to his absconding status, Ulal police successfully located and detained Anwar. He was subsequently presented before the 3rd JMFC Court in Mangaluru. Anwar, son of Hussain and a resident of Nasima Manzil, Kaiko Road, Subhashnagar, Ulal, is now facing legal proceedings after nearly 2 decades on the run.
In a horrifying incident from Cuff Parade in our city, a 20-year-old woman with hearing and speech disabilities was raped and impregnated by her own father. The shocking truth was unraveled through DNA tests confirming his paternity to the fetus. This despicable act came to light when the woman gestured discomfort to her grandmother last September and was subsequently found to be 5 months pregnant at Kama and Alblas Hospital. Initially facing communication barriers, the police managed to extract a statement from the victim after counseling. The involvement of 2 other assailants was disclosed, and further investigation is ongoing to unveil the full extent of this heinous crime. The father and another suspect stand arrested, shedding light on the gruesome events that transpired between March and September last year. This tragic tale serves as a stark reminder of the brutality that persists in our society, urging us to stand against such atrocities and strive for justice. Mangalore, Feb 5, 2026. India and the United States are on the brink of finalizing a historic trade deal, according to Union Commerce and Industry Minister Prakash Goyal. The formal agreement draft is currently being ironed out, with a joint statement expected within the next few days. This trade pact is seen as mutually beneficial, as highlighted by Commerce Minister Prakash Goyal, who emphasized the complementary nature of the 2 economies. External Affairs Minister Suresh Jaishankar's recent visit to the U.S. further solidified this, with discussions with U.S. Secretary of State Mark Rubio proving fruitful. Jaishankar expressed gratitude for the warm reception and noted that the trade deal will usher in a new era of collaboration. The negotiations, which have been ongoing since Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the U.S. in 2025, gained momentum following a call between Prime Minister Modi and U.S. President Donald Trump. Amidst opposition protests in the Lok Sabha, Goyal reassured that both countries have safeguarded crucial sectors while ensuring maximum benefits, especially for agriculture and dairy in India.
In the city of Bengaluru, the police have filed yet another FIR against Sujayendra HN, also known as Sujay, for allegedly forging the signature of Karnataka Governor Thawarchand Gehlot. The Vijayanagar police registered the case after it was transferred from the Vidhana Sudha police station. Sujayendra is accused of misusing the governor's official letterhead by forging his signature on a letter to the Vice-Chancellor of Vellore Institute of Technology in June 2025. This serious offense has prompted authorities to seek legal action against him for compromising the integrity and prestige of the governor's office. This isn't Sujayendra's first brush with the law, as he was previously arrested for swindling 2.7 crore from a doctor by impersonating a special officer to Union Home Minister Amit Shah and claiming ties to the Prime Minister's office. Investigations are currently ongoing, and a charges sheet in the latest case is expected to be filed soon.
In a heartfelt plea in the Rajya Sabha, former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda urged leaders from Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh to join forces and find a solution to Karnataka's pressing drinking water issues. Emphasizing his age and the urgency of the matter, Gowda requested immediate action. With elections looming in Tamil Nadu, Gowda urged leaders to prioritize resolving the water crisis. Having dedicated 65 years to fighting for Karnataka's water problems, Gowda stressed the importance of the central government safeguarding the state's interests in irrigation matters. Acknowledging India's economic growth, he commended the government's efforts in maintaining stable inflation rates and strengthening the economy, benefiting the populace. Gowda also lauded the NDA government for its recent trade agreements with the European Union and the United States. In breaking news from Chhattisgarh, a group of 12 Naxalites, collectively carrying a bounty of 46 lakh, has surrendered before the police in Bijapur district. The cadres, including 8 women, were part of the Maoists' South Subzonal Bureau and surrendered under the Bastar Police's Pune Marjam initiative. Among the surrendered members were high-ranking individuals like Somadu Madkam and Hungi Kunjam. They handed over a significant amount of arms and ammunition, including rifles, gelatin sticks, detonators, gunpowder, and cordex wire. The surrendered Naxalites will receive immediate financial assistance and further rehabilitation as per the government's policy. This surrender comes amidst a successful crackdown on Naxal activities in the region, with over 888 Naxalites surrendering, 1,163 arrested, and 231 killed in encounters since 2024. The authorities are urging the remaining Naxalites to choose the path of peace and surrender, emphasizing that violence only leads to destruction. This development marks a significant step towards ending Naxalism in the region.
Thank you for joining us on today's journey through the news. For more in-depth stories and updates, don't forget to visit mangaloretoday.com. And if you value staying informed, please subscribe to our channel for timely updates. Good night, and take care.